We just got a first look at the Call of Duty League season in a very small portion during Kaysan's Black Ops 6 Showdown LAN, where he was able to pull some strings and get some of the best teams in the COD League to play a $50,000 tournament in the same arena that Nadeshot and Banks did that 1v1. Over 14 hours, there were 6 matches played. According to Kaysan and the other pros, there was a lot of issues with the private match lobby that they were struggling to figure out, which resulted in very long wait times in between matches. And in this video, I'm going to go through the tournament, see some of the best moments, and who came out on top. Now, the way the tournament was formatted, it was double elimination between the 4 teams with a best of 5 series. And instead of putting in control, they added hardpoint, thankfully. The only series that is best of 7 is the grand finals, with the map pool of Protocol, Red Card, Rewind, Skyline, and Vault. We need to make a petition to get some more maps in the game. Hey, and the first match was absolute cinema. We had the new LA Thieves super team versus Atlanta FaZe in winners round 1. This is one of the first times the LA Thieves team is playing together in Black Ops 6, and Atlanta FaZe is looking to have a bounce back season after falling short at COD champs. But this map goes even deeper than that, because we had some bad blood on the stage between Scrap and Draza carrying over from last season. Draza wanted to redeem himself from the previous season, but FaZe got out strong on map 1. You already know Simp and Abizi were moving with that Omni movement. LA Thieves did start mounting a comeback during the map 1. Nadeshot was losing his mind during this map.
Now you got a player setting play for these spawns, but you can see
we literally can't kill one person, bro.
And I'm sure he started to question his decisions even more in map 2, as on the search and destroy on Vault ended in record time with Atlanta FaZe winning 6-1. Someone said Draws versus Scrap on LAN curse finally broken, and it was looking like Draza was gonna get a 1-0 start on Scrap, and FaZe got off to a really strong start in map 3. But LA Thieves made an incredible comeback at the end of the game. They carried that momentum into map 4 and got their first 100-point club of the day, and FaZe was just looking confused. I'm not really too sure what happened to Celium right here.
Backing round now for FaZe.
Oh, did he get crushed by some elevator doors? Did he die to a car?
And LA Thieves started off Saturday in the right way, winning with a reverse sweep in the first series. And Scrap had a few words after the game.
Dude, reverse sweep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Kids are bums, so.
This is just the beginning of the season, so a lot of the teams haven't even really played together much. This is honestly like a warm-up tournament in my eyes. Actually, I think Simp said it better.
Too frustrated if we, don't come out on top. Even if we do, I don't think anybody's gonna really look back and you're like, oh, they won the Kaysan tournament. Everyone cares about who wins champ.
My bad. Kaysan?
In the second series of the day, Sib took to the stage with the new Cloud9 roster, playing against OpTic Texas. And Cloud9 recently revealed their new roster with Kremp, Sib, Attach, and Mac. Mac had actually taken a break last season for personal reasons, but now he's back and he's looking to make a name for himself in Black Ops 6. And the reigning champs were ultimately too strong. Kylo Ken had 33 kills for the dub. And just like in the 100T match, these matchups go a little bit deeper because we got Pred on one side and Sib on the other. And while they're friends, they definitely always go head-to-head whenever they compete against each other. And Pred knocked Sib out of COD champs last year, so I know he's feeling some type of way. In map 2, Dashy had a nasty 1v3.
Well, Dashy can clutch, and the first man he's fighting is going to be the sniper, so he's able to win one gunfight, and Kremp doesn't want to go for the bomb. He wants to go for the kill. Versus the most clutch 1v1 player of all time.
Oh. Crosses out right.
Oh, what a read.
Attach goes the long way round. Fast recovery. 10 seconds. 1v3.
But ultimately, Kremp had a legacy S&D with 15 kills to win the map. 8 hours ago, and we're on the second match. Treyarch is trolling hard this event. I feel bad for Kaysan, Miles, and Chance. And yeah, we were about 8 hours deep and about to start map 3. Hey, but I was still locked. And then when they finally got into the protocol, OpTic dominated and were confused by some of Cloud9's decisions. It was just clear that Cloud9 couldn't keep up with the reigning champs. And on map 4, Skyline, it's a perfect place for the SMGs to get active. And Pred dominated in map 4, dropping 40+ kills. Ultimately, Pred and Shotzi were just too aggressive on the map and were able to take down Cloud9 3-1. But it is a double elimination tournament, so Cloud9 wasn't out just yet. They matched up against Atlanta FaZe in losers round 1, and in this series, the loser goes home. And then map 1, Cloud9 came out swinging, winning the first map by 50 points in a really closely contested map. There was a lot of downtime between matches, plus restarts, which caused the score to look off in this S&D. But through the headaches of it all, on the Rewind S&D, FaZe Clan were able to clutch it out and win the map 6-4. And after this map, FaZe just had all the momentum and dominate Cloud9 on the red card with a 100-point club, and then almost do it again on the 4th map, Skyline. And Draza had a really good series all around. He showed what he could do on the AR, but the problem with them is that they seem to always crumble towards the end of the tournaments. That was true last season, minus the Esports World Cup. For now, they had to wait and see who they were going to play as OpTic Texas takes on the new super team LA Thieves in winners round 2. Now, the winner of this match goes straight to the grand finals. Loser has to go down to the losers finals to play FaZe, and the winner of that plays OpTic. Now, I know OpTic was feeling some type of way because throughout the offseason, we've all been saying that LA Thieves is the next super team, and I think some of the boys might have felt a little disrespected because after all, they are the reigning champs and have proved themselves on the biggest stage. And in this series, Shotzi was just on a different level and reached his first LAN flow state on Black Ops 6. It's going to be a scary sight to see this season. 36 and 16 on the first map, and Scrap and Hydra struggled. And at map 2, Shotzi continued to have a great series, and Scrap continued to struggle with a .13 KD.
For Shotzi, forward he goes, the dive, into the sight, folks. That is game. Game. Absolute dominance in the final round. OpTic run it.
It's like save it for a major kind of vibe, you know? And he's just doing it on day 14.
They needed some more momentum in map 3 so they wouldn't get swept by OpTic. Ghosty and Scrap had to step up when it mattered and took off one map against OpTic. Map 4, OpTic was looking to close the door and end the series. Map 4 was a fast-paced hardpoint on Vault, which allowed the SMGs to get going early, and OpTic was able to pull away as Envoy struggled going 22 and 38. Someone said OpTic that last match, and after this match, Pred reminded everyone that OpTic is still the super team, especially after all this talk about LAT being the best.
I guess like everyone's calling them the super team, so I hope no one forgot that like we're the super team. Like we won champs, like that's us, you know. So
OpTic Subdual had a field day. Kenny doesn't care about stats. You would rarely see an AR slide in first. It really does feel like OpTic has 3 subs sometimes. They can set an insane pace. They really showed up in hoodie and sweats and backwards hats and have been slamming. Love that for them. So they go to the grand finals, and LA Thieves had to play Atlanta FaZe in the losers finals. And this was Draza and Scrap part 2. Could he get his get back on him or not? And at this part of the tournament, it began at 1:30 in the morning. So I was already knocked out, but I went back and watched the highlights, and it was a great series from 100 Thieves. Beginning on the red card hardpoint, Simp had a great map and ultimately carried Atlanta FaZe to the win with a 1.5 KD. And the map 2 was one of the best S&Ds as it went down all the way to the wire on the round 11. And Hydra and Scrap showed why they were a good investment for Nate Shot.
In the sand down Skyline. Who's got ants in their pants? Who's that gone down low? Draza's not going to hear him.
Oh, they don't know.
They're going to check it at some point. Oh, Scrap done it. He's managed to make his way in behind. The first. 1v2. And that is that.
Map 3 was extremely close once again, but Abizi and Celium were holding it down. However, that momentum from that round 11 win carried LA Thieves to clutch up once again as Hydra dropped 45 kills, and then they won on map 4, and Hydra gave Celium a taste of his own medicine.
In a window,
Damn.
this is how easy it is. I got these players. My God, bro.
Someone said Thieves are going to win because they've been playing non-stop while OpTic is chilling and shooting bots. Pretty close series all around, but LA Thieves make it to the first grand finals and knock out Kaysan's favorite team. I'm sure you wanted to see him go to the grand finals, but you know it is what it is. And in the final match of the day that began at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we had OpTic Gaming versus LA Thieves, and LA Thieves were warmed fresh off of their victory versus FaZe. I don't know what OpTic Texas was doing. I think I seen Kenny say that he was doing the zombies boss in between matches, which is just wild. But you could tell they started off slow in the first map, and LAT took the advantage, earning their third 100-point club of the tournament on the first map in grand finals. OpTic wasn't going to go down that easy, and they made the S&D on map 2 really closely contested, but Dashy struggled going 1-10, and Scrap and Hydra took advantage of it, winning 6-4 and taking a 2-0 lead. OpTic got off to a great start on the map 3, getting a 100-point lead on the rewind hardpoint, but LA Thieves took over. OpTic did managed to take map 4, with Dashy having 38 kills to carry his team to the win. LA Thieves win the search and destroy to win the entire event in the first LAN event of the season. Gotta say shout out to Envoy because he had 10 kills in this final map and closed it out for the LA Thieves guys. And to say Nadeshot was excited is an understatement. This team is going to be very scary going forward, and I know there's a lot of factors as to why this event wasn't as competitive as the actual season will be. I mean, it is in the first few weeks of the game coming out too, but to me it was just great content, and any chance I get to watch competitive COD, I'm gonna try and do it. Someone said pretty sure Scrap has won 27k from the kickoffs alone. Dude is so good, it's tippable. They played this at 3 a.m. and weren't dead tired. I respect it. Sound like their normal sleep schedule. As a fellow night owl, I was feasting content at 3 a.m. Long neck is crazy. Long neck won the 2v2 Kaysan tournament with Paco. Now he's won the Kaysan LAN tournament with his full team. Sometimes things are just meant to be. They were hyped in the post game, and despite all the delays, a lot of it which was out of their control, I thought this tournament was really cool and was almost like a warm-up tournament, not only for the pro teams but also for the production too. Like now going into the COD League season, they've encountered all the errors that came with this tournament, so hopefully they can fix it and make a better viewing experience for us going forward. That's the hope at least. So if there's any good in the waiting, maybe it's that. I gotta say shout out to FaZe Kaysan because he was able to pull the strings and make this entire event happen, and he's really been putting on for the COD scene lately. You killed it, Kaysan. Shout out to Miles, Chance, Sky Blaze, Sender, and so many more for pushing through the event. Was a fun time besides all of the BS out of your control. Appreciate it. Absolute legend. We'd run it back every time. Congrats to 100 Thieves for winning my tournament. I sincerely apologize to everyone for the delays, but sadly out of my control, but I'm grateful for all of you, and a big shout out to the players for sticking through it. And it was fun to see all these pro players running around with Omni movement, just giving people a taste of what they're going to be able to do later in the season. So let me know down below what you thought of this event and which team you're most excited to see going into the COD League season. So that is the Kaysan 50k Black Ops 6 LAN tournament. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you gotta check out my video where I broke down the LA Thieves super team, and these teams are going to be battling out all year. Thank you for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.